individual responsibilities,
collective efforts,
generating beneficial opportunities,
overcoming obstacles,
contending discrepancies,
expanding life horizons,
visualizing objectives in the reality,
accomplishing general welfare,
integrating healthy community,
building relationships. And we are the COC, the catalyst of change.
The one another's of a caring community. If you have the eagerness to help yourself, do you also have the willingness to serve the others? Are you embodying the interest to have an engagement of yourself in the community? Basically, the contemplation of a community incorporates the composition of several individuals with an enormous diversity in the various aspects of their existence, which can be distinguished in their civilizations, traditions, and perceptions as an individual. However, we should be together in overcoming this astronomical adversity as we are engaging ourselves in the eradication of these barriers in order for us to exist in a harmonious community.
And the controversial question is, what is community service?
Community service isn't just words, but an efficient opportunity in our existence to contribute one's time to helping others and generating an impact in the community, thus forming a better place to exist for all. It is defined as an activity which is performed by an individual or a group of individuals for the benefits and betterment of the community. It is exactly what it sounds like, services that you can do to help your community. If that sounds a little broad, it's because community service can be done in various processes, considering that there are so many things that you can do in order to help each and everyone out in your area. But that might leave you wondering where to start. So, here are the services that you can do in your community in order to help the people in establishing a better avenue to exist for all. Conducting nutritional programs. With the outbreaking consequences of the pandemic in today's generation, several individuals, especially the children at a very young age, are complicatedly excruciating from the back-breaking conundrums of malnutrition. Our community is continuously agonizing from numerous public health concerns which are related to poor nutrition and an absence of basic awareness about the significance of healthy lifestyle choices. Consequently, multiple predicaments are intemperate in the communities which are not educated on the importance of a healthy diet nor the dangers associated with the heightened sugar, salt, or fat content. However, those that receive health and nutrition education still lack the resources in sustaining healthy foods and providing enough for their daily necessities. Administrating nutritional programs is the intervention of providing a meal or snacks to the children living in a specified location with the primary purpose of the diminishment of malnutrition for the improvement of the nutritional condition of the children. Administrating educational activities. Education is the ultimate weapon in the realization of a triumphant future of our existence in the universe. It embodies an essential incorporation in generating an enormous difference in the various aspects of our existence and as well as in the different corners of our community. However, there are some individuals, especially the children, who cannot able to go to school for some reasons. Maybe their parents cannot sustain their daily necessities and provide their academic requirements because of poverty. Nevertheless, Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Elisa Magnayan Gray, states that
working in some of the poorest areas of my country, I found that it was a lack of child support, not poverty, that killed their dreams.
as a productive members of our community, administrating educational programs orchestrates an essential responsibility in the innovation of a gateway for helping the individuals, especially for the children, to have an access to education. It will introduce them to beneficial opportunities in the development of their capabilities and as well as in the enhancement of their potentials in becoming a better citizen and in acquiring a better paid jobs in the future. Consequently, we will be able to establish a better society to live in by knowing and respecting rights, laws, and regulations. Distributing household commodities. We make a living by what we get. However, we make a life by what we give. Distribution of household commodities is the handover of goods and services to the intended beneficiaries fairly according to specified rations, selection regulations, and as well as priorities, wherein it takes the process during which control over the commodity passes to the intended beneficiaries. The primary objectives of this community service is the contribution of material assistance to and through families, considering the guiding standards of humanitarian actions. Thus, the distribution system should aim to support the family as the most effective coping structure. Only in exceptional circumstances, and as well as for the short period of time, should the focus of assistance move from the family level to the individuals within the family. Promoting health and safety protocols.
The crisis is very, very clear. COVID-19 is spreading all throughout the country. Community quarantine is hereby imposed. It's only the medical people who can help us.
Throughout the emergence of COVID-19 pandemic, this generation is remembered as the most challenging periods in our history. It brings death, destruction, and deprivation to the humanity. It also generates detrimental impacts to the various aspects of our existence and as well as to the different corners of our community. From the immediate and dramatic deprivation of million lives, several individuals have lost their livelihood jobs, causing the failure of the global economy. Amidst this pandemic, we must rely on one another to do the appropriate activities and as well as to incorporate discipline in ourselves in order to reduce the risk to those around us. Let us all assist and remind each and everyone to diligently follow the health and safety protocols to generate the reduction in the transmission of the disease. All of us must engage ourselves in the implementation of these regulations because it is considered as the most efficient medication in the prevention of this outbreaking infection.
The excellent supremacy of community is accurately distinguished by the compassionate exploitation of each and every individual.
It is our collective competencies and individual responsibilities which plays an essential role in accomplishing the welfare of our community.
Throughout the emergence of an enormous diversity in our community, we should be all together in contending these discrepancies.
We should engage ourselves in significant realization of imparting love, respect, and acceptance of each and everyone.
We should enable ourselves in the speculation of social issues to have a navigation of social progress.
Working in a community cannot be remained by itself. because it has to be incorporated into action, and that action is service.
Our community will not be a good place to live in unless we make it a better place for all of us to exist in.
Our ambitions must be broad enough to incorporate the necessities and aspirations of others for their own sakes and for our own.
We cannot seek accomplishment for ourselves and forget about the prosperity of our community.
Beyond the occurrence of nerve-wracking predicaments and heartbreaking torments in our community, we should have cooperation in overcoming an astronomical adversity.
We, the catalyst of change, from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English 1A, believes that our commission in the community helps us in the improvement of our capabilities, enhancement of our compassion, and in amplifying our worldviews as we realize that our actions can institute contributions and opportunities to the different corners of our community. As an instrument of development and monument of empowerment, let's start changing our ways, redirecting our steps, and recalibrating our minds. Because together, as a global community, our small efforts will have a big effects in establishing harmonious relationships and accomplishing general welfare in order to integrate a better community.
For our children.